Hi, everybody. I'm here today with Dr. Angelica. Welcome. So, we have been exploring this topic, both of us, and it's interesting too that we came with this outcome. And we wanted to talk to you guys about exploring to see. I mean, do you look and see what steps that you need to take to achieve your goals? And we have been talking about that because we all have a goal, or two goals, or 10 goals, or whatever it is. Wanted to see what Dr. Angelica thinks about those steps. We already kind of looked at it, and we wanted to take you and show you three steps that we think that it's going to be essential for getting to that space, that goal that you're looking for. And I have used it, and I think Angelica has used it, and it has been successful. So let's go deep and see what the first step is. Go ahead, Dr. Angelica.
Yes, thank you, Coach L. Always good to hop on here and just explore ways and how, we can support ourselves in our pursuit of whatever goals we may have, and also whoever we also work with. And I feel that the first step that commonly gets overlooked whenever we're trying to pursue a goal are these much deeper rooted unconscious patterns or beliefs that we hold about ourselves or the world around us. And it's interesting because Coach Elle and I were literally just talking about this a few minutes ago, but it's such a kind reminder to remember, what is it that we want for ourselves in the long run? What is that vision that we have for ourselves? And
Yeah,
when
exactly.
you think of that, you know, so a good first step is practicing breath work. And you might be thinking, why? Well, breath work is a really wonderful way of exploring and uncovering different unconscious thought patterns that may be holding us back from those goals. But yeah, so we'll dive deep a little bit further into how exactly to go about those techniques.
Yes. So when you, in my experience, when you meditate or do the breath work, it's just kind of the combination of both, is your mind gets to a space of calmness, and you, as if the intention at the beginning is to open your heart and listen to your inner self. Then
Mhm.
the next step that comes up, we can look at those limiting beliefs. If, for
Mhm.
example, if I wanted to get to the goal of $10,000 a month, what is it that's holding me back from reaching my goal? Or if I'm looking to have a ideal relationship in my life, what is it from the past that I think that I'm not good enough to have that relationship? I'm not lovable.
Mhm.
Those are the key questions that we can ask ourselves. And usually these are rooted in our younger self, those in early interactions with the caretakers. And I work with my clients on a daily basis, on those limiting beliefs. I'm not good enough. I cannot never make this much money. If that's that those negative parts that is comes up, then that's a first step to open it up and see where it is coming from. Because today, when you're
Mhm.
30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, you're not that 5 or 3 year old young person. Today, it's a
Right.
different day. So that's another
Mhm.
step that we can look at. And
Yes,
go ahead.
I agree. Oh, no, identification of what those limiting beliefs are is such a huge part of being able to start that process of understanding what's holding us back, right? So much of the way in how we show up for the world around us, for the people, is all a reflection of those things. As you were mentioning, I feel like a big core wound that we experience is this fear of enoughness, or this fear of not being loved enough. And when we recognize those things and then go into the next step of how do we address a new state of being, and it's actually that we're coming back to our just the core idea of who we actually are, which is being enough. And it is that we are loved, and it's, always rooting and rewriting these narratives of what our lives look like from that place. And 10 out of 10 times, when we follow the trajectory of what that looks like, we're inevitably going to reach whatever goals or visions we have for ourselves. So I couldn't agree more with you on that.
Yes. And then the third part is that commitment. When we know exactly what our limiting beliefs are, or is, then it's that commitment to self. And
Mm-hmm.
the answers based on that commitment, it will come up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting that to know and to see and to hear. I hear that and see it every day from my client. The answer is within us.
Right.
And what I do and what Dr. Angelica does is that we are the vehicle for you to get to that space of understanding and answering those questions that is within you, and it has been sitting there waiting for you to open it
Mm-hmm.
up. So it's amazing when we go through that process, and the clients or the friends will open, they're smiling at the end of the session because they see that, they feel and they can hear themselves talking about the steps and the commitment, that if it's going to take them 2 days, 10 months, a year, 5 days, whatever commitment is to themselves, it will happen. I can give you an example. I had a client who wanted to be present on social media, and she didn't she wasn't comfortable to be on camera. So we had that session, and at the end, I asked her, what's the commitment to yourself? And she said, I said, today's Monday, would you want to be on camera for your social media posts by a week, 5 days, 10 days, 2 months, a year? What is the commitment? And it was interesting enough that she said by Thursday, and that day
Oh.
was Monday. So I said, okay, so you're committing to yourself to be putting it online on Thursday. And she said yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on Friday, I got an email that yes, I posted my first video. And it's maybe that's simple for a lot of people, but for her was not simple. It was, she
Mm-hmm.
had to overcome that limiting belief from the past, that she wouldn't want people to see her face on camera
Mm-hmm.
all over the world or all over the Instagram. And I have many other stories, but I'm just gonna just go with this one today. So interesting enough, we decided, me and Dr. Angelica, to do this process for 3 people every month, complimentary, because we see the differences in the behavior, in the personality, in the commitment to self, mm, going through these 3 steps of the breath work from Dr. Angelica, that starts that bring that consciousness of within, opens themselves up to receive and look at their limiting beliefs. And then after that, then they will come to that laser coaching session with me, and we look at those limiting beliefs, and then through visualization, I bring them to the space of where the answer to their question and what would be the commitment. It's a 3 steps. It's easy, and it's doable, and it's workable, and it has, we have had done it, and it has great positive results. So we thought, we're going to have 3 people. We're going to choose 3 people from the audience or whoever is interested, to coach them complimentary every month, and just to be of service and give back. And anything you want to add, Angelica?
Yes, Coach Ella and I have been really excited to share this free coaching container for anyone who has a goal, but just feels like for whatever reason they haven't been able to successfully, you know, get towards the direction in what they want. But what we found is the most successful outcomes experienced by the clients we worked with are the ones who had the accountability to guide them in the beginning. Because sustaining any kind of change, as we've all experienced many times before, it takes time and it takes support. It takes a village. And Coach Elle and I are ready to be your village towards whatever visions that you want for yourself.
Yes. So we see the far positive future with every for everyone, because it's a possibility. If you put your mind to it, those limiting beliefs can be not, I guess, putting you can be conscious about them. So every time that they come up, then you can look at your commitment and look at what the outcome and the goal that you have, and it will change the way that you interact with yourself. That's the key to reach that goal, and it has been done before and it works, and we want to offer that complimentary to you guys.
Yes, it's tried, it's tested, and we are ready to share that, 3-step, super simple but incredibly effective method of guiding you to whatever direction you need to go in. So, if you are interested in this, please message either of us, comment when you see this, and let us know because we will definitely make a way and time to support you.
Yes. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, my information and Angelica's information is on the description. You can email us. You can reach out on YouTube, or all our social medias are there. And I wish you a happy day, and thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Coach L, and excited to, you know, work with anyone who reaches this message. I'm very excited to see who is aligned. So,
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Have a great day.
bye, you too.